Hi, I'm Jacqueline, and this is Unapologetics. Today we're talking about holy orders. This is a sacrament by which man is given the power to continue the apostolic mission as a priest, deacon, or bishop. As usual, it has a specific form, matter, and minister. The matter is the laying on of hands, and the form is the prayer of consecration. Only men can be ordained in the Catholic Church. This is not because the Church is stuck in the Dark Ages or misogynistic or anything else the Church is depicted as by the mass media. Priests act in persona Christi, that is, in the person of Christ. This means that in certain circumstances, when the priest is celebrating a sacrament and he uses the first person, he is speaking the words of Christ, and it is Christ who is performing the sacrament. Christ was a man. This is an undisputed historical fact. And so to have female priests celebrating sacraments in persona Christi would just be really confusing. This is not a question of gender inequality, but rather an instance where the Church is going to stand firm in her rationally based tradition regardless of what society says. Women have other critical roles to play in the Church, and we'll discuss these in later videos. Priests are also not allowed to get married. This is because when they get ordained as priests, they are marrying the Church. They are pledging themselves to loving and serving the Church their whole lives, just as a bridegroom pledges himself to his bride. Thus, priests are to remain celibate. This is not for the sake of oppression, but rather an anticipation of how they will live in heaven. There is no marriage in heaven, only God and His Church. Now, whenever Catholic priests are brought up, mention of sex scandals are bound to follow. Yes, some priests have royally messed up by committing crimes against the dignity of the human person. And yes, some bishops have failed their people by covering up these scandals. These things shouldn't happen. But they do, because this is a fallen world and nobody's perfect. The Catholic Church claims only that the truth she carries within her is perfect. She does not claim that the people that make up the Church are perfect. Rest assured, however, most priests are not pedophiles. Priests are meant to guide their flock and to provide an example of true Christian living. Cheers.